The Best Food from Every State Part 3. We put together a list of some of the dishes and ingredients that each state is most famous for, and sometimes, it was tough picking just one of a slew of delicious creations. Here's what made the final cut. Alabama, Lane Cake. The Lane Cake is a famous Alabama classic food, and Southern living said it first entered the culinary scene with a bit of an upset. Alabama's Emma Rylander Lane entered her cake into a Georgia county fair and went home with first place. Her cake was so good that it took on her name, and when Harper Lee mentioned it in To Kill a Mockingbird, the Lane Cake's place in history was secured. It's no wonder, this delicious dessert is packed with classic Southern flavors. Peach schnapps, coconut, pecans, more peaches, how can you go wrong? Alaska, King Crab. Heading to Alaska? You'll have to look to the ocean for one of their most iconic famous food, king crab. They're pretty amazing creatures, ones that can walk up to 100 miles a year along the seafloor, grow up to 24 pounds, and eat pretty much anything they crush with their huge claw. And they're delicious, so it's no wonder that this delicacy is known worldwide. To get the real thing, a trip to the source should be on every crab lover's bucket list. Arizona, Chimichanga. The chimichanga is authentic Arizona cuisine. Invented in Tucson, this deep-fried burrito, and favorite of Deadpool, has become the very symbol of a marriage between Mexican cuisine and American ingenuity. According to the Los Angeles Times, there's a ton of stories about exactly who first decided to throw a burrito in the fryer, but whoever it was, they were nothing short of a genius. What makes this famous food so good? It's the combination of flavors and the crispy, crunchy texture of deep-fried goodness. We'll say it again, genius. Arkansas, deep-fried pickles. Every year, Atkins, Arkansas holds Pickle Fest, and every year, they sell thousands of orders of Fat Man's original fried dill pickles. That isn't really surprising, because fried pickles are amazing. The famous food festival was the brainchild of Burnell Fat Man Austin, who perfected his recipe in 1963, via the Encyclopedia of Arkansas. You'll see fried pickles on menus across the country today, so you should thank Mr. Austin. And if you're ever in Arkansas, definitely stop and pick up some of the originals, which are still made using his top-secret recipe. California, fortune cookies. Hear us out. This famous food staple of American Chinese cuisine doesn't hail from the Far East at all. It comes from California, where it was invented much more recently than you might think. California.com says there's still a ton of disagreement on just who decided to add these tasty little cookies onto the end of a meal. But what we do know is that they spread across the country from California. Who would have thought? Colorado, green chili. Want to torpedo a dinner conversation in Colorado? Suggest the state's famous food chilies might be inferior to New Mexico's. The Denver Channel says the rivalry is very real, and Colorado takes its green chilies very seriously. And here's the thing, the chili is a pepper with just the right amount of heat and all the flavor you could possibly want to go along with it. We don't want to get into a fight with New Mexico, but we can't deny, we love the famous Colorado green chili, and we wish it was available everywhere. If you liked this video, please like and subscribe.